Hey, everybody. Hope everybody else doing well this first day of June 2020. We are basically almost halfway through the year. And, man, 2020 has been definitely a kick in the mouth, kick in the shin. But we are still rocking and rolling along here. So welcome to Note Night in America. Honored to have everybody on here. Tonight, we're going to do something a little bit different. We only do this every once in a while. We're going to actually kind of give you guys a sneak peek into what's going on with Note Camp 2020. Yes, Note Camp 2020 kicks off this Friday morning at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. It's the 8th time we've done it in the last 5 years, so it's the 5-year. Just really excited that we've done this for 5 years now, and it has become such an amazing event. We've had so many great speakers, so many great investors and students coming on, join us on all 5 years worth of it. And, you know, this being the 8th time now. We did Note Camp commercial last year. In July, and we moved it from 2 times a year to 1 time a year, just because of everything going on. And when you start putting on an event, especially when there's a lot of moving parts, those that understand that is that, hey, once a year is enough. Don't need to do it twice a year. Yeah, we did it twice to begin with, but we're like, let's roll it back. And I'm a big believer that if you're putting on an event like a conference or expo, you don't need to do it twice a year. Do it once a year. Otherwise, I think you water down the message, because there's so much information out there for people, so many different things and opportunities, especially with what we do with Note Night in America, our virtual note buying workshops and note weekends, and all the other training that we do with a blueprint and such. Once a year is enough for us to do Note Camp. But we're honored. We've got such a great lineup. I'll get to that in a little bit here. But let me share my screen and bring up my PowerPoint that I worked on today. Might be good to on here. But we're really excited about the lineup, everybody. Just an absolutely all-star. So many great people reached out to. Yes, you see some familiar faces, but for the most part, I would say, looking at this, 4, 5, 6, really only 24% are repeat alumni. We've got 75% new speakers. That was one of the big things, reaching out to the past attendees that we do on a regular basis. Hey, people want to see new speakers. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's great to go connect with people, but you don't want to spend your time. You don't want to spend your hard-earned money away from your family, especially if you're traveling an event. The people think you just got to travel from your bedroom to your office or your desk, or you're pulled up on your phone. Is that people don't want to say the same old speakers. And I think a lot of note events out there, especially real estate investing events, okay, will recycle the same speakers over and over and over again. So it's nothing more disappointing. It's part of the reason I stopped traveling, and especially 2 years ago, stopped going from event to event, because it was the same people speaking. It was the same blood. There was nothing new. It was popping up. So I'm really excited that we've added some new blood into the environment. I've got some really great buddies of mine that have been on a down low, I guess you could say, for years based on what they do, who are really coming on delivering some great content for us over the next couple of days, kicking things off on Friday. If you're watching this Monday night, hey, glad to have you here. If you're watching this Tuesday replay, hey, we're pretty stoked about that. But just an absolute amazing all-star lineup. So this is your first time if you're listening to Note Night in America. Yes, the calls are recorded. You can always catch the replays by going to WeCloseNotes.tv. That's our YouTube channel, which sees somewhere between 5,000 and 7,000 visitors a month. If you're there, subscribe. Lots of great information. Big shout out to San Diego Flip Homes. Subscribed earlier and sent me messages. They were really surprised to get a phone call back. But you can always check out our podcast videos on there as well, the episodes, the interviews. If you like the video aspect of things, check it out there as well for the Note Closer Show. But we also have Note Night in America podcast. We also have the Note Camp podcast some people have forgotten about. We usually will take our episodes on Note Camp and turn them into podcasts, not immediately, but we usually turn them in about 90 days or greater. We turn those into podcasts. And we've seen over 103,000 individual unique downloads on the Note Camp podcast with the 3 seasons that we have in there. We don't have all 8 seasons or all the previous 7. We just have the last 3. Note Camp commercial and the 2 previous ones. But still amazing. There's over 100,000 downloads and it's up there as well. But always good to know, WeCloseNotes.com. But literally, guys and gals, let's dive into it. It's the 8th time in 5 years. We've had anywhere from as little as 306 to over 1,500 attendees throughout the 3 days, 4 days that we've done this. With everything being like it is, we thought about doing 2 Zoom rooms again, but I don't think we're going to surpass the 500 sign. We'll probably be somewhere between 350 and 400, which I think is enough, primarily, especially with so much new blood that we have on. that we really just gonna stick to one room. We don't want to water it down because so many people have not seen a lot of our speakers. And it's like, let's just leave it to one. Let's really maximize the content and make it simple for everybody. We are over 200 signups right now, which is always great. I think anytime you have more than 100 paid signups, it's great. Now, you guys all know that I value the paid much more than a free event. Free events, I've been on free events at 500, 600,000 people RSVP, but they're really more of an email grab. This is not an email grab. This is really providing our 4 pillars that we have in NoteCamp: content, actions, marketing, and profit generating nuggets. That's one of the biggest things that when we bring speakers on, especially in our event, this is not a pitch at all. Do we have a few people offering some classes, some workshops, and trainings? Of course we do. Got to pay some grocery bills, right? But for the mass majority of our speakers, we only like to have about 1/3 of our speakers offering up for sales. Now you have some opt-ins and some things like that. Some people are offering some workshops or very nice seminars later in the year. I highly recommend them all to you. Okay, right now, pricing is at $149. That will go up. It'll go up Friday morning, at Friday at 12 a.m. That will go up to $199 just because of, hey, waking up Friday morning, last thing you want to do is try to add people to the last minute to a class, but if we have to, we will. But one of the great things about $149 or $199, or if you've paid the $99 beforehand, is the replays are included. So if you can't make the whole event for 3 days, from 9 a.m. basically to 7:30 p.m., we've got some long days. And that's one of the things we did is instead of adding a second Zoom room and reducing the numbers, we went and extended it. So I'm going to be working about 2 hours later than we normally do. So we added another 2 sessions at the end of the normal time frame that we usually do to help those on the West Coast join us in who maybe struggled a little bit earlier, wake up at the 9 a.m. Central to 7 p.m. Pacific. So we do have a litany of bonuses that we're really excited about that are going to add some value. I don't have all the lists because the speakers have not yet gotten back to me with exactly what some of the bonuses that they're offering up. But I've got a huge list of them that we'll have out to you guys for those that are signed up here shortly. But the special bonuses that I know of right now, and we'll go through a bit of the schedule so you have a bit of an idea, start planning out your 3 days. Like I said, replays included, that's usually $97 value. And you guys know we pride ourselves in getting the replays out quickly, not 6 months from now, but within, we'll probably have it out Monday, Tuesday, probably Tuesday. I'm going to say Tuesday and over deliver on Monday. Okay. I will send you the most recent Bauer financial list. I know it's a 300 and some odd value, 360, 380 value, where I'm basically going to I'm having them pull the list. I just exchanged emails with them today. The bank and the FDIC has all been messed up as well. The banks had an extra month roughly to get their information in. So 500 banks out of their normal that we get information from won't have their stuff in for another week or two. So at the end of June, we'll be sending out the list of the Bauer financial list to everybody who is signed up, who's a paid attendee. Okay. That's over 300, 370, 380, 390. It varies a little bit from month to month, depending on how many in there. But primarily, you're going to have the asset man, and you're going to have the president of the bank, their website, a phone number to the bank, and more importantly, all the tracking information on the back and how many days in default the bank is, what kind of percentages, what do they have in apartment loans, what do they have commercial, what do they have in REO. Beautiful list to help you target here going into the second half of 2020. I want to help you invigorate. One of the great things that we were able to survey from past attendees, it told us what they were looking for. They're looking for more sources. They're looking for more banks. They want to spend a little bit more time on some simple strategies on how to find asset managers. So that's why we said, let's throw that in. Let's throw that in as a bonus here and really help people rock it all out, okay? Also, some of you guys have been a part of our 1-day, 4-hour Calling Banks live stream that we did last month. If you're signed up for this, great. You got a ticket again to that again at $49 and the replay to that. People really enjoyed that of me going through the list. And so that's one of the 2 things that we do. You get the Bauer list, great, boom. We'll work that Bauer list, later on in the month. Probably first part of July is when we're looking at after July 4th. There's a bunch of vendors, discounts coming, half price on an online class, discounts on some fees, discount on some services. working with like Rent-A-Meter, Batch Geo, got some others that we use on a regular basis that are bringing some stuff. Note Pros as well. Really excited about some of the vendors that are going on. We've actually too been working with a company to put together a very special virtual assistant training program for you guys that really want to ramp this up. I'm really excited about that. It's something I've been very actively involved in over the last couple of weeks, and we're rolling it out just specifically for Note Camp, okay? As always, we'll have a survey that we'll send out to everybody that's in attendance. For those that fill out the survey, they'll be provided the survey results and the answers. And what kind of answers? You know, a great way to add to your investor database of people looking to partner, people looking for being able to identify people that are looking to invest in their top 3 states, their niche and note focus. What's their biggest strengths, weaknesses? Really being able to identify a lot of great things of people out there, their experience, the number of deals they've done. What a great way to really speed up and, I like to say, optimize your list to really add a lot of great bonuses to your database. And the more you know about your database, the better you're going to be prepared for later on this year. Hey, I got a list it's in North Carolina. Let me go to my list and see who's buying in North Carolina. Oh, that's these 12 people. Let me reach out to them. So we're really excited about that. Yes, you've got to fill out the survey to get the survey results. Okay, so we're really pretty stoked about that. Now, here's a big thing that we're throwing out too. I'm really excited about this, but I know from the students that have been a part of our podcast in the past, when I've talked and seen the likes of like Bill Griesmer and Dan Deppen and Eric Hyde and Chris Savigny and Gail Greenberg and Kimberly Banks Fawcett and Robbie Woods, and I could go on and on and on of some of the different people we've had in the past that we've helped train. A lot of them were interviews and that helped to really prime the pump. I think Eric Hyde had over $250,000 in private capital sent to him after his session on my Note Close Show podcast. So one of the things that we're going to be doing, and we've done some new things differently, this is a brand new promo. Those that are signed up, you'll have the opportunity to come on the podcast for a mini episode. We're talking 10 to 15-minute episodes to help promote your show, talk about your business. We'll interview you. What are you doing? What's your focus? Where are you going? What do you want to talk about on that 10 to 15 minutes? And part of the reason that we're doing this is we have our radio network that we have to fill an hour. A lot of times the interviews I'm doing with people are 30, 45 minutes. So it leaves up a great time of 10 to 15 minutes on that back end that I think will be perfect for a lot of you. So we're going to throw that out there. You're a paid sign up. Hey, great. Come on, talk about what you want to talk about 10 to 15 minutes. Not a hot seat, but let's talk about you. Let's promote your business. And so we'll have a schedule for that. So that, I would say, that's got to be it. I've seen companies and podcasters or radio stations charge up to words of $500 to $1,000 for a 15-minute spot for just their local market. When you add in the fact that we are nationwide with 17 radio stations and about to add another 2 or 3, that's a pretty nice little bonus to get the word out when you're doing it across the country. So we're really excited about that as a very special bonus for those that are signed up. Now, if you're in for free, you've gotten a link from one of the speakers for free, that's not included. You've got to be a paid ticket member to get that access. And I don't care if you're not an investor. Hey, I want to jump on here to learn more about private capital, or I want to learn more about owner financing notes. That's great. Talk about whatever you want, but that's a big special bonus, $500 value thrown in there as well to have you featured on the radio and our podcast out there. So, hey, we're trying to help those help themselves. And then we've got a variety of door prizes. We've also got, I'm going to wait and announce that at Note Camp, that next thing that we're doing. So, but lots of great door prizes, got some swag bags, some things that we'll be sending out like we always do, and some big bonuses along the way for people to take advantage of or to really dive in and share along the way. So we always love to give. I'm a big proponent that if I can't make you $149 or $199, either make you that or save you that on a monthly basis, especially with our WCN crew members who got Note Camp included. They get all the bonuses involved with that because they're paying $97 a month. They get a ticket to the virtual workshop later on. They get a ticket to the calling banks. It's included as part of our WCN crew peeps. We love them, and that you guys that are part of that, you're going to get those bonuses as well because it's part of what you're getting. So excited about that. So if you've not signed up tonight, make sure you do at notecamp2020.com. Go get signed up. The price increases by $50 on Thursday night. do so. But what I want to do now is I want to go through, if there's not any questions, I want to go through a little bit of the note count, kind of give you an idea on letting you guys ask questions for those that are watching this. If you've got questions on a specific speaker or specific track, because I know we always have new people, people with some experience, and some people with lots of experience. They're looking to hone their craft across your speaker spotlights. So let's go through that. Let me share this new share here. Pull up the website. Go there. We're going to go right there. All right. So hopefully you've registered. And by registering means you actually have to pay to go through this. If you just click the register, get more information now, that doesn't mean you're registered. Okay. So yeah, we're under 4 days. We'll be under 3 days by 9 a.m. tomorrow. We are so excited, guys. Content, actions, marketing, profit generations. We got Brent Busquet joining us from Laughlin Associates. He's got a nice bonus for those that join us. If you're looking for asset protection or corporate bill protection, Laughlin Associates is the best one out there. We got to give them for being a big sponsor of our events. Brent, you've probably seen Aaron Young. Aaron Young will actually be traveling across the country this weekend, so he'll be able to join us. But Brent comes to all of our masterminds, works one-on-one with most of our students. So while Aaron, I hate to say it, might be the dancing pony, Brent's the guy that gets a lot of things done, but he's a phenomenal guy, knows his business when it comes down to it, and can help advise you and give you accurate counsel about how you set up your entities and things like that. So talk to Brent on quite a regular basis. We got Merrill Chandler from GetFundable.com coming on to talk about the market and numbers. Once again, big shout out to GetFundable.com for being a sponsor of the podcast in Note Night America. Really excited what Merrill's doing. He's tweaking some of those things up as well too that I think are going to add a lot of value to you guys. So if you've ever heard him speak before and aren't a client, you definitely want to pay attention to his session as well. Joel Block from Bullseye Capital, our buddy Joel, oh my gosh, one of the most valuable guys out there when it comes to putting your large funds together. He's had an event pushed back a couple times. It was supposed to be in Vegas. I think his new event is pushed back to August or September. He's been talking about how to raise capital the Wall Street way. And I'm really looking forward to this because he does such a great job. Helped create over 150 different funds and syndications out there. So, well, if you want to take your note business to a whole different level, he's the guy to be talking to and listen to his session. We got a newcomer. One of our first newcomers, Brett Schwartz, is joining us from the Capital Gains Tax Solution. He's a commercial realtor and asset advisor, working with a lot of people to help them avoid taxes and 1031 exchanges and rollover. And we had him on the podcast a couple weeks ago talking about the deferred sales trust. He was also on Note Night in America 2-3 weeks ago, coming on to talk about the deferred sales and some of the great things that you can use it for, especially with notes. Such a valuable thing. So many years in the past, people that have done a 1031 exchange haven't been able to use their 1031 exchange to buy notes. Well, the deferred sales trust, you can actually use that to buy notes. So I'm excited about that. Shantae Duffy, the rock star, Shantae, who we love with Massive Management, is going to be speaking as well, returning. Excited to have her on there and all the new servicing updates that are going on in the loan business in 2020. What do you expect? We've got our buddy Joel Markovitz to be part of a panel with another buddy later on. Joel will be talking a little about collateral, but also the market and what he's seeing in trading, and the connector, as we say, is going to bring some value like he always does. And drop some knowledge bombs. JD Bates is probably going to be joining us on the Monday afterwards with Note Pros. He's working on some things, trying to finalize schedule, tweak a few things with him. But he's in charge of Note Pros, a great due diligence software for you guys out there on the online initial due diligence for your note deals. Note Pros is really where it's at. Returning after about a year, I don't think we've had her on for the last two, but Kristen Gersh from Capricorn Mortgage is joining us. Excited to have her on and her peppy attitude. She's a big buyer at Capricorn Mortgage of owner finance first liens in Texas. So if you're talking about owner finance mortgages, how to structure those deals to make sure they're most desirable, what you need to look at if you're looking to move those, and really kind of how to, if you want to start selling notes like that, what are some of the things you can set up? Okay, so we're excited to have Kristen. She's always such a great friend and just a great colleague. We love spending time with her. We got our buddy Bob LaChance coming on from Riva Global. Bob and I have been working hand in hand on helping develop and put together this VA training system for you guys, the note investors, and calling banks, asset managers, on calling and contacting IRA investors and how to pull those lists off the county records. 2, 3. Actually, I own a couple of videos and a couple of things this week that I'll get to, but this intense package for you guys to be able to use in your marketing, in your VAs to help you get a lot more done, whether you're working this full-time or working this part-time. Okay. We're honored to have our buddy and from AMC TV, Chris Noggle from the Money Store. Maybe you see him on Flip This House, or not Flip This House exactly, but HG, or I can't remember what show is the name of his show with him and his wife on. But we're honored to have Chris come on and talk about how to raise capital and some of the things he's done in real estate. He's the founder of the Money School. Absolutely looking forward to what Chris is going to share. Had him on the podcast, golly, about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and it was phenomenal. I'm honored and just tickled pink at the success of this next guy, Desi Arnaz out of San Diego. Desi has been a real estate investor over 40 years, but has really changed his life in the last 5 years. I say investment life, by being pretty much solely focused on the note business. He, so does real estate, but he is doing an amazing job on the performing note sides and doing some great stuff. So he's going to share some of the ways to set up some of the systems so you can bring in $2, $3, $4, $5 grand a month consistently to cover your bills, to cover your headaches, get that cash flow going and going out there. So Desi was a student years ago, probably going back about 8, 9 years ago in one of my first classes in San Diego, and he's just done a tremendous job what he's doing. We got a newcomer, my good friend Lindsay Phillips from the Smooth Sailing Business Growth, coming on to talk about marketing in real estate, some of the things that you can be doing, putting together strategies for content for you guys that are out marketing deals to help you find investors, find deals, get your deals moved. Really excited to have Lindsay on. She works with a couple of my fellow investor or real estate investing podcast buddies and gals out there. So she's got a great presentation for Note Camp that she's been working on. Really excited about that. And then, of course, we can't forget our other marketing rock star, Stephanie LaHart, is coming out from Boomtown Marketing, going to share some of the great ways for you guys to set up your initial marketing and some of the cool tools and tricks that she's discovered on a couple of different platforms that I'm really excited to hear about. So our two marketing linchpins there, I'm excited to have both Lindsay and Stephanie. They're going to be talking about different things. So definitely, if you can't make it to either one of their sessions, make sure you listen to those on the replays as part of your package. New speaker here on Note Camp, who's doing something amazing out of Florida, our buddy John Swirsinski, who is with iCandy Homes, actually formerly of Chicago, but down St. Peter's there. John has done an amazing job really tackling a big void, a big handicap for a lot of investors in out-of-state projects. Don't get me wrong, we all take real estate back. John's got a great program that he's put together and tools to help investors do their rehabs out of state virtually more efficiently and effectively, so you're not burning so much money and doing a thing. So I'm really looking forward to what he's going to be sharing. I think he's speaking on Sunday on how to effectively do that. We got our buddy Dan Krasinowski from Rocket Dollar. Going to be talking about self-directed IRAs and some of the ways that you can use that to raise capital. We've got our buddy Mike Wolf. One of the big things people want to learn more about was tax lien investing, especially in Texas or other states. Mike Wolf is one of the experts on that, doing stuff in Harris County, Houston, Texas. Harris is the biggest county, and he'll be on here sharing that, his expertise, advice, and counsel, and educating people how to do that. I mentioned Joel Markovitz earlier on as part of the panel. The other bookend of that panel is our good buddy Val Satir from Watermark Exchange or Watermark Capital Partners. Known Val for years, and him and I've had many conversations about where we think the market is going and what we're going to do and how to make the most of that. So that's why I'm excited to have Joel and Mark. Joel and Val, who used to travel a lot with me when we were teaching workshops on the road. So Val out of Wall Street, previous mortgage banker, stockbroker, and has been a note investor since 2010 as well, done a lot of great things out there. So we're excited to have Val back, returning back. Always excited to have the lovely Carol Ellis join us. She is the editor-in-chief of Self-Directed Investor News. Really excited about her topic on raising capital in IRAs, self-directed IRAs. She's got some great stuff that she'll be sharing. I'm really stoked, though, to have a buddy of mine speaking for the first time here. My buddy Todd Billings from U.S. Debt Ventures. I've known Todd for over a decade. He's one of the guys that I talk to once a quarter, once every 6 months, just touching base. We exchange email here and there. He's done some amazing things when everything hit the fan over a decade ago in Florida. Has ridden that done well, and always interesting in the conversations we have about where the market's going. Stanford grad, probably the smartest guy in the note industry that I know, coming on, and he's excited to share his message and what to look for in the market At Note Camp. It can't be in the note business without some legal stuff, so we're excited to have Stephanie Pierini Hagerty. She is a partner at Cohen & Dissey, LLC. This goes back to an event, golly, her and Ron, I met her boss actually back at, I think it was in Vegas 5 years ago. An event we've exchanged, used their services on a variety of different deals and transactions. So we're glad to have Stephanie on, come on, talking about the foreclosure process, some of the things to look for, especially with what's going on in the market right now. So really looking forward to what you can, what you can't do, what to look for, what to keep in mind, how to check out that information and go from there. So it's a big topic. We're glad to have her speaking on Sunday. I'm excited to have kind of another newcomer, another source for people to find loans. We got Michael Jimenez, who's the founder of exchangeloans.com, and a couple other places for you guys to find assets out there. So we got Mike going to come on talking about commercial notes, but also residential notes. So Mike's a new trader. Oh, sorry, he's not a new trader. He's a trader that's new to me, but been buying and selling. So we exchanged some emails over the last couple months, made some bids, made some offers. I'm really looking forward to what he's going to share on Note Camp. I think he's speaking Sunday afternoon as well. And then we've got Brian Ellis. Many of you guys may know Brian Ellis from he's the host of the Self-Directed Investor Talk podcast and the newsletter, and obviously the other half of Carol Ellis there. But Brian Ellis is also probably one of the smartest people I know in the self-directed IRA space. He's not an attorney, but he teaches attorneys about self-directed IRAs all the time. So we're excited to have him on Sunday. I think at 2 o'clock is when he's speaking. So we may have 1 or 2 more speakers. They're trying to finalize things, but for the most part, that's our schedule. We're really stoked about the lineup. Really stoked about the not only the content, but the decades and decades and decades of real world experience. This isn't where somebody's bought 1 note and they're an expert, or 10 notes. All these people are expertise in their industry with thousands of transactions. And so we're really stoked about that, whether it comes from the marketing, or it comes from finding deals, to structuring deals, to selling deals, to raising capital, to servicing, to helping you systematize and delegate your duties. So jacked up and so blessed to have so many great people come and join in on Note Camp. I think this might be our strongest lineup ever. That's not saying anything bad about our previous lineups. We've had some really strong lineups, but with where the market's at, I'm really excited to have new people speaking and sharing their content. And, I love the fact that I can count all these people as friends. So questions, comments, concerns from you guys that are on here tonight? I have not been checking the live streams, which I probably should, see if anybody says anything on here. Boom. But if you guys have questions, now would be the time to ask it. Like I said, it will be delivered via Zoom. So for those that are registered, we'll get the Zoom link out Thursday afternoon to all of y'all. So you'll have an easy link that all you got to do is schedule for it once, and then you just show up to that all 3 days. We'll have, for those that missed the replays, yes, we'll send out the replay link, or miss it, you need the replays, we'll get the replays out, like I said, Monday or Tuesday, okay? So Jeff Will says, I want to make sure I heard you correctly. You have a recording of you making phone calls to bank asset managers, and you are providing a source of banks to call who would likely have notes for sale, and how to find money for your deals. Exactly right, Jeff Wolf. Well, not just, no, I think you missed it. You get a 4-hour. Yes, we did the calling bank asset managers last month in May for 4 hours. We have another one. We're going to be doing that on a monthly basis going forward. So yes, if you're signed up, you'll get access to going and sitting through that 4 hour. If you can't make the 4 hours or only partially, yes, you'll get the replay of that here when we do that in a couple of weeks. You'll also, yes, get the list of the Bauer financial list that we're pulling for our own stuff that we'll be sharing out. And yes, we have so many people in here showing you how to market and how to raise capital. All right, how to market your deals, how to raise capital, or also people that are bringing deals to the table that you can bid on now. Yes, Jeff Wolf. Is that all? Oh, yes, and we'll bring you on the podcast if you want and help you market yourself, share what you get it out there and what you're looking for. So yeah, well worth the $149 that's available at this price right now. It's still worth it if you wait until freaking Friday morning to buy it at $199, of course. But I don't know anybody else is adding value to it like you guys. We're really excited. Everybody here, it's not a 20-minute, a 30-minute session. Each speaker has an hour 15. They're all going to give you at least an hour of content. 15 minutes if they're selling something, or 15 minutes for Q&A. We're taking 15-minute breaks between each session so you can get up, stretch, because we all know your mind can only absorb what your ass can withstand, everybody. So I'd love to have you all on there. Look, if you can't make it, the replays are worth that alone right there for you guys out there. I mean, and the beautiful thing is everybody's going to have something new on NoteCamp. It's not going to be recycled stuff. Not going to be the same presentation you've heard 30 million times. I'm really stoked about this. So thanks for asking that question, Jeff Wolf. Anybody else have any other questions out there? Yeah, exactly right. Yes, the replays will be ready by Tuesday. Yes, you'll be able to download the replays if you need to. Somebody always asks me that. Will I be able to download the replays if I'm traveling or have a long drive that I can download so I don't have to have Wi-Fi? Yes, you'll be able to download the replays. Yep, definitely. And no, the replays won't be up on YouTube for everybody else to watch. We don't do that. Replays go on a separate, different website that we use. And no, you won't be able to download them all on YouTube and go from there. We have a special link for that. So love to have you guys. Definitely, we are really, like I said, stoked about the lineup. Really would like for you guys, if you're interested, take advantage, guys. Look, I know you're stuck at home. I know it's a crazy freaking world with the job loss and the business going out of business and the rioting and the craziness of what's going on out there. Hey, let's get together for 3 days and have a little bit of normality in our lives and figure out what you can do to profit in the second half of the year. How can we take what's going on in the markets right now and put that to our benefit to create win-win-win scenarios? Win for us, a win for the borrowers, and win for the bank. I guess it'd be a 4-win, win for our investors too, if you're using other people's money. So take advantage, guys. Get signed up tonight. That's all that I've got for you. I just want to give you a sneak peek on that, everybody. You'll be able to ask questions live of the speakers like we do here on Zoom. Either I can bring you on live or we can just do it via the Q&A too as well for you. But love to have you all. Come on, guys. Let's help me get over that 300 sign-up mark. We're pretty close to it. Love to have that happen tonight. 149. Look, and I'll tell you this, guys. If you sign up for NoteCamp and at the end of the first day, you're like, I don't like this. It's not for me. I'll gladly refund your money back. I don't care. But I will not refund your money if you don't show up. If you show up, say, hey, this isn't for me, great, I'll refund you back. Boom. No questions asked. You're not going to get the replays. But if you don't like it at the end of the first day, hey, great. Don't care. I'll be glad to refund your money back. Just stand by. I think we have the biggest bang for the buck and the best content in the industry out there, bar none. And you're going to get some straight shots, straight answers from people in the industry actually doing big things and here to provide great knowledge, great content, great actions, great marketing, great profit generating nuggets for your note business in the world today. So go out, take some action, everybody. Get signed up today if you're not signed up. And we'll see you guys all at the top. That's all I've got for tonight, everybody. Bye.